All right, you guys, we are going to get started. Today, well, first of all, I'm Megan White. I am part of the Push Elite group, and how do I move my screen? And I'm going to be talking about branding today. So I am, let's see, I've been a coach for 7 years, and I really started diving into social media a couple years after signing on as a coach, because I kind of caught that wave of, we were really starting to build on social media at the time. So social media wasn't really that huge when I started. And so it obviously became bigger and bigger because we have an online business and we can reach more people. We can make an impact by sharing our story. And so I really dove into it. And my platform was Facebook. So I learned about it. I love social media. I love pictures. I love visually storytelling. And I love to be able to captivate my audience and allow them to become emotionally connected with who I am and my face, and seeing my story kind of play out visually. And so I'm a very visual person, so I love social media for that aspect, and I'm just being able to share what we do and our story and our journey. So I dove into it. I actually, a couple years ago, I think it was a couple years ago, I had a post go viral. It was about motherhood, but it was like wildfire. And that was kind of when I went, oh crap, like this is very powerful. This can be a very powerful tool and a very powerful platform if you use it correctly, and if you use it to your advantage, and use it with the intent of really making an impact and wanting to inspire other people. And that is really what is going to allow you to get that emotional connection, because when people become emotionally connected to you, they become emotionally invested in you, and it's like something you can't look away from. And so that's when they really start to build that connection. They start to build that trust. They start to build that confidence in you, and they come along for the ride, and they want to be a part of what you're doing. And so social media is extremely important. And really, what's most important to utilize that the best that you can is understanding who you are, what you stand for, who you are to your core, what you love, what you don't love, how you love to show up on social media. It's going to look different for everybody. And I think so often we get hung up on, those successful coaches that we see who have huge accounts and the perfect, Instagram layout and the perfect presets and the perfect, wording. And we think that we have to be like them, and we think we have to do things like them, and we have to post like them, and we have to post pictures like them, and we have to pose in pictures like them, and that our story has to be theirs, and our, filters have to be what they use. When really all they're doing is they're just stepping into who they are authentically. And it took me a while to do that, to learn how to do that, because I wasn't connected with who I am, and I wasn't allowing myself to be myself. I was comparing myself to other people, which, I mean, how many of us have done? I was comparing myself to other women and trying to be like them and word things like them. And because I think I was afraid of that rejection of who I was, and people rejecting that, when really that's how you weed out the right people. And that's how you find that tribe that everybody talks about. And that's how you make those authentic sisterhood-like connections, and you attract those people that you really want to work with, and you really want to be on your team and in your boot camps, by being authentically you. And the people that reject that, they're not your person, and that's okay. And I had to get to that point. So I loved learning about this, and so I love teaching about this as well. So I'm going to talk a little bit about branding 101 on social media and how to, this goes along with, just kind of social media 101 as well, because we are branding on social media. We're branding ourselves on social media. And so we're going to talk a little bit about branding, a little bit about what that means, what that looks like, and then some pictures, and then just some apps that you can use that I love as well. So number one, it's important to know your brand. It's important to understand that your brand is literally nothing other than who you are. Who you are. There's no fancy, you can take some personality tests. You can take some, I did. They're just kind of fun. But your brand is just who you are, what you love, what you don't love, what you're attracted to, what you're not attracted to, what colors you like, what styles you like, what fonts you like, what filters that you're attracted to, what you stand for. Your brand is not only visual, but your brand is internal as well, because what you believe, what you value, what you are working towards, the type of impact that you want to make and why you're doing it, that's all your brand as well. And that comes out externally. So your brand identity is really the face of your business. It's to help also identify who your customers are. Who is your ideal person? We hear a lot about avatars and your social media BFF. And all that really is who are you trying to reach out to, reach your hand out to and go, I want to help you. I want to help. Helps you identify your customers. It helps you to determine also some of your key business goals, right? And then it helps you fulfill those goals. So example would be if part of your brand is being a new mom, your goal attached to that might be wanting to help other new moms to figure out a routine, right? After having a baby, figure out a routine so that they can make time for themselves, so that they can reach their postpartum goals. So it all ties into one, but it starts with you. So your brand is also, what are your top 5 passions? What do you believe in and why are you different? What is going to make somebody go, okay, I want to work with her over another coach, right? And I had a hard time with this because I'm like, well, I'm a mom. I'm a mom. I don't really travel a lot right now because my kids are little, 2, almost 4 and almost 6. I'm a mom, but I'm not just a mom. What makes me different? What are really my passions? And it can be anything from, crocheting to, natural health, natural remedies to holistic, health to nutrition to, it doesn't have to have anything to do with health and fitness. If you have other passions, it might be interior design or scrapbooking or, you name it, but what are you passionate about? If Beachbody aside, if you were not a coach, how would you be spending your time? Aside from your job, if money and time weren't a thing, what would your ideal day look like? What would you be doing? What would you, do you love to travel? Do you love to do crafts for little kids? What are your passions? And before you can decide what to post, you need to know these things. You need to know why you're posting something, because what you're putting out there is how you're going to attract those ideal people to you, the ideal people that you actually want to work with, right? So I encourage you to do this, to make a list, grab a piece of paper and a pen, and make a list of your top 5 passions. Now for me, fitness and nutrition, they genuinely are a passion of mine. They genuinely are a passion of mine. I love fitness. I love motivating people. I love teaching fitness classes. I'm a fitness instructor as well. I love helping people, with their form during workouts. I love all that. And nutrition, I love that as well. I love studying it. I love understanding what it does for our body. I love sharing about it. I'm actually going to be getting certified as a holistic nutrition coach. I love that stuff. What are some other things I'm passionate about? I'm passionate about natural health. I'm passionate about the holistic health. I'm a little crunchy, and I'm a little you know, hippie-ish, and I love sharing some of those natural remedies that we use with our own kids and with our own family. I'm passionate about, I love scrapbooking. Like, I love scrapbooking. Again, it's that visual, like I'm a very visual person. I love, oops. I love traveling. I never used to, but I do now. So find those things that you like to talk about, that you naturally want to talk about, that you naturally love to help other people with or share ideas about. Or and another thing I'm passionate about is organization. And like, I mean, if I showed you my house, you'd be like, are you lying? Because your house is a train wreck. But I do love organizing. Like, I do love everything to have a home, and I love the game Tetris. And so like that's another thing I'm passionate about, is sharing tips on that, or showing what we've done on how to minimize just the clutter we have. So you have to understand who you are, and you have to understand what you believe in, and you have to understand what you're passionate about, like what you would help people with or share about or talk about anyway. Okay, so write those 5 things down. And then from there, I want you to, so each of those 5 things on a piece of paper, they have a bubble around them. And then from there, I want you to spider out just some things about that. That's going to help to generate some ideas for content, and also help to prompt maybe some like pictures that you like to go along with it. Like I love nutrition and like holistic health. And so like some pictures would be maybe me in my kitchen, you know, prepping some meals, or me in my kitchen and giving my kids some of the supplements that they take, and then sharing about what we give and what's an alternative to, you know, this medication or this, you know, over-the-counter drug. So those are just some ideas, and then spider off of all of those things so that you can then make all those little brain dumps around fitness, around nutrition, around holistic health, around organization, around, what was another one I gave? You know, natural remedies, whatever. Okay. And then come up with, you know, you can organize that however you want, but then just continue to brain dump, like, I love talking about this, I love talking about this, I love talking about this in each of those areas. Does that make sense? Okay. And then my favorite part, your storefront, your Facebook, your Instagram, your whatever platform you love on social media is your storefront. It's as if you went down the street and you bought a building and you put your business inside of that. What would that look like? What would the feeling be when people come to your social media, when people come to your Instagram page, when people go to your Facebook page, your Facebook wall? And I'm talking personal. I'm not talking a business page, but I'm talking personal page, because I built organically 10,000 followers on my personal page. And I firmly believe, sure, if you want to have a business page, go right ahead. I have one. I don't use it. 90% of my transactions and sales and recruits come from my personal Facebook page. But how does that make people feel when they come to your page? And what does your cover photo look like? Right? That's like your banner on your storefront, your profile pic, your Instagram feed. What does that all start to look like? And are you showing people, hey, I'm open for business. Hey, I'm helping women. I want to help you, right? What would you sign up with you if you were an outsider that you know, made a connection with somebody, and you were like, I want to know more about this girl, and you went to your Facebook page or your Instagram profile, would you be like, yep, hands down, I want to sign up with her. She looks authentic. She's into what I'm into. She's confident. She's, whatever you want to be projecting out to the world. Would you sign up with you? Because your social media pictures are a reflection of your belief in yourself. Social media pictures are a reflection of your belief in yourself. The quality of them shows that you take yourself seriously, that you are confident, that you are professional, and others, and projects that others should, and prompts others to do the same as well, right? When you can catch someone's eye, your impression is that you're professional and you're serious about helping them achieve their goals. Are you reflecting that you just have kind of a side hobby that you go in and out of? Are you inconsistent on social media? Are your posts inconsistent with who you are or with your journey? Right? Are you posting, did you do one program 3 years ago and you haven't posted a progress or anything since then, right? Are you open for business? And does your profile and your pictures reflect that belief in yourself, that confidence in yourself, that passion for your business? And should others feel the same way? So what I want you to do with this is I want you to go to your, like on your phone, you can view your profile as, and I don't know like if it really looks that different, but you can view your profile as somebody else would be seeing it. Or just go to your profile page and do kind of like a scan, right? Do kind of like a from an outside perspective scan from your cover photo down to your profile picture, down to your, if you have any little saying, or like mine is taking back postpartum, one toddler at a time. If you have any highlight pictures that maybe need updating or maybe need to look more cohesive. And then what does your feed look like? I don't allow people, like if somebody tags me in something or shares something on my page, I have it set to where I have to okay it first, because I don't want a bunch of funny cat videos on my profile. I don't want a ton of memes on my profile, unless it's one that I personally shared. I don't want certain pictures. Like if somebody catches a picture of me at a social event, I want to make sure that it's cohesive with who I am and my brand and what I stand for, and that it doesn't reflect, a moment in time where like maybe I was like doing some, like whatever, you know what I mean. So I have it set to where I have to okay it. So when I'm scanning my wall, just as somebody else would, what is it showing? I want pictures of my team. I want pictures of my customers who are crushing their fitness program. I want pictures that other people have tagged of me of recognition and group photos. And we just got back from Florida with Josh's Push Elite girls. And so that's flooding my page right now. And like, that looks cool. And that looks like FOMO. And that looks like something I want to join, right? Regardless of if it's my team or not, nobody knows that. Nobody cares. They just want to be a part of what you're doing if it looks fun and inviting and like you are confident in your power. And so scan your wall. Remove anything that does not show that either you're open for business or that the quality of your wall is maybe lacking, okay? So what kind of pics should you be posting? Some good pictures that you should be posting, which is branding you. You want to brand you. You don't want to brand Beachbody. You are not Beachbody. People are not going to join you because of Beachbody. They're not going to join you because of a workout program. They're not going to join you because of Shakeology. They're not going to join you because of the ashwagandha, maca, something or other blueberry ingredient in Shakeology. Nobody cares, honestly. I mean, other than maybe like people like me who research every single ingredient, because nutrition is a passion of mine, right? Nobody cares about that stuff. So you want to brand you. You want to brand yourself. So what's some good things to do behind the scenes? Now we have stories. So a lot of that behind the scenes stuff should be put in your stories. And then one of those behind the scenes like nuggets should be pulled out in a picture, pop that picture and put a post with it, right? But you're behind the scenes, your own health and wellness, not Beachbody's, your own health and wellness journey, how it is helping you, how it's transforming your body, your mind, where you were at before compared to where you are now, recipes, quotes from you, ideas from your personal development that you're doing that you kind of want to regurgitate and share to inspire other people. Maybe if you are a memes person, then make sure that they represent you, and make sure you're not doing it all the time. Your sense of humor, your quirkiness, quick workout videos that are like a minute long, and or that you know, video clip of your workouts and slice together. Whatever your brand is, light and bright, or if you're more of like the darker mood tones, whatever your filter for your life is, right? Whatever, like if you could slap a filter on your life and walk around like that, what would that be? And then your brand passions, those top 5 things, you should be posting that. What you should not be posting is obviously other people's brands, trying to be like other people, right? And one thing that comes to mind very quickly is Amy Silverman's brand. She's very like earth tones, dark tones, the deep like the deep colors of like greens and maroons and navies and grays, and like she's like, that's her brand. Like I love that, and I'm attracted to that, but at the core of who I am, when I go to edit a picture, I want it to pop and I want it to be bright and light. Okay, so that's, I wouldn't try to be like that, because it's not who I am. So I don't want to necessarily attract people that are not like me, because there's nothing worse than sharing a hotel room at Summit with people who like don't get you and like don't think you're funny. You know what I mean? So we don't want that. But what we also don't want is stock pictures. Beachbody stock pictures. Don't post Beachbody stock pictures. Don't share from the Team Beachbody Facebook page videos or pictures. Don't post Beachbody products, like the product of them, right? Like don't hold a tub of Energize or a bag of Shakeology. Beachbody logos, selfies with your shake. I think we've all, I think we can retire that. Like, I think that's retired, right? Selfies with your pre, like, you know, like, don't do that. Don't do that. A shared meme, a shared quote. Don't share things to your wall. If you love something or you find it hilarious, like pee your pants hilarious, post it from authentically from you. Don't share it. Does that make sense? Like save it to your phone and share it yourself. Dark or poor lighting selfies. Now, again, I'm talking like low quality, fuzzy, blurry. You know, you have like a shit ton of mess around you, where you're not the focus of the picture, or your message is not the focus of the picture. Low quality lighting, if it's like super dark, like right now on video here, I look kind of dark, like shaded over here. I wouldn't take a selfie like this and post it, right? I would make sure I had my light on me, natural sunlight, natural light from outside, and then the same kind of picture daily. You don't want to post a picture of you and your shake every single day. You don't want to post a video of you dancing with your pre-workout every single day. You don't want to post a workout picture and in the same pose in the same part of your house where you work out every single day, right? Nobody wants to see that. People are attracted to different, authentic, you know, colorful, opinions, you know, anything different people are attracted to. So you don't want to post the same kind of content every single day. And then what's your message with what you're posting? If I did not have a business, I would not have social media. And I've said this for 7 years, and I say it all the time to my husband, like the only reason I am on social media is because of my business, because I'm helping other women, because I'm helping other women join my team to create, you know, the life that they want. I'm making an impact, and this is where I can do it with in the shortest amount of time, reaching the most people. So I'm not just going to post about the weather. Like, yes, we're in a snowstorm. Yes, it's negative 20 degrees out. Yes, we have not seen sunlight in like 2 months. Yes, the wind is 50 mile an hour. But like, who cares, right? Like, nobody cares about that stuff. Don't post about the house being clean. Don't post about the weather. Don't post about, complaining about stuff or being negative or whatever. Um, what message are you trying to relay? What value are you trying to help other people become inspired by? So make sure your pics are clear of clutter, um, bright, or in your brand's tones, right? High definition, which just means clear and crisp. And make sure your posts are entertaining, engaging, educational, empowering, right? Think about your message. And a good thing to kind of write down or write out is, what is your message? What is your message? Who are you trying to help? I help women do what? Or maybe I help specifically new moms. I help postpartum moms. I'm out of kind of the new mom stage. I still help new moms, but I'm kind of out of that because my youngest just turned 2. But I just in December got out of the postpartum depression, anxiety stage. So I can still speak on it, but now I'm helping moms who want fire back in their life because I'm up and out of that. And so what can I add to their lives to help them see the same thing based on where I was before to where I am now? Write those things out. Josh always talks about writing your goals out, writing your affirmations out, writing them every morning, looking at them, seeing them. You also should be doing this and know until you get good. If you were in an elevator with somebody and they asked what you did or, what you're about or whatever, you'd be able to, in 2 sentences, tell them, I do this. Or translation, my message is this. Okay, does that make sense? Oops, there we go. And then with that message, right, you want to create those scroll stopping pictures. And this is where I'm talking about, this is visually where your brand comes to play. Okay, so there's kind of four checkpoints of your picture. Take several, guys, and don't overthink it. Like, if you can do the burst shot option, or like on my timer, if I'm setting the timer and taking a selfie that I don't want to stand and hold my phone, I have the option of taking like 3 pictures. Or just freaking ask your husband, tell him to suck it up and just stand there. You can even like close his eyes, whatever. But like, just have him take a bunch and then just say, I will tell you when to stop. Okay, but just keep taking the pictures and then just do different things. Take several, don't overthink it. Okay. Lighting is number 1. You want to make sure you're in natural light or coming from a window or a ring light or something that makes you, visibly noticeable. Your background, make sure it's clear of clutter or, junk, so that you don't get lost in the picture, or your message doesn't get lost in the picture. Your angle, make sure that you are at eye level or a little bit higher. So but you're not a bird like looking at its mother, right? Like, you don't want your pictures like way up here, right? Naturally, how would you be across from somebody, or how would you be looking at somebody, or how would somebody be looking at you if they were, across from you, sitting on your couch, whatever. And then clarity. Don't forget to clean off your camera on your phone. Have the face focus on, high def. You can also, now they have like that focus option where like things are blurred behind you and then you pop out. Okay. So here's just a couple examples of how I kind of edited some of the pictures that I've taken in the past. So some, like, you notice, and I probably in the picture on the right should have like blurred out the stuff over in the back, but it doesn't always have to be perfect. Honestly, nobody's even caring about that. People, if you can create a picture that stops people, then they will read your message. Very rarely, if at all, do people read your message or your post before stopping because of your picture, right? We're naturally attracted to visual things. And so people are going to read your post if your picture captures their attention. Here's another one. Just my brand is this bright, light, white brand. And so that's kind of what a lot of my pictures are. I try to pop the exposure up, light exposure, and make some of the colors pop. Here's another one. It's just bright, and whatever filter or color you want on, go for it. Okay. Here's another one. Bright, light. Okay. And then some apps to use for editing that I use are, and I have an Android, and I don't care what you say. I like my Android. I love my Android. It doesn't give me problems like some of the iPhone users I know. But I use Line Camera. I use Adobe Lightroom. I've never really like dove into Snapseed, but I know that's a good one too. PixArt is another one that I use for putting pictures side by side. You can also do like graphics on there. You can also do what else? Let's see. Have I downloaded any new ones? I will tell you. I don't know. Those are kind of the ones I go based on. If I have too many, I do edit a lot in Instagram as well. If I just can't get the right, maybe like coloring or whatever, I will go into Instagram and edit in there too before posting. But those are kind of the ones I go on. You don't need to have 100 different apps for editing. Like pick a couple that you love that you can go back and forth between. And the Adobe Lightroom is really great for filters that you can, like if you buy filters, you can upload them and put them into your Adobe or the Lightroom app, whatever. And then for video, there's just kind of like two main ones that I use, and that is Triller. Obviously, that's more of like the, you can record clips and then it slices it for you, which I love because then we don't have to do it ourselves. I know TikTok is huge too, and that's a whole other platform that I'm just not wrapping my head around right now. But again, if like dancing and doing your workouts and stuff and video your workouts are not your brand and like just not you, don't do it. You don't need to dance around with your shake or your energize and like sing in the camera if like it's not you, right? It is me. I do it even when the camera's off, right? Like that is me. And my people know that. And so it'd be weird if I didn't do it. Right. But if you're somebody that's like doesn't do that, it'd be weird if you did do it and people would not think you're being authentic and they would be like, not gonna join her. That's a little strange. So and then Viva Video, that's another one I love for uploading like slicing, cutting, editing video. And I love that one. It's super quick, super easy to use after you use it a couple times. So those are really the two. Okay. Let's see. I think we have, oops, chat. Oh, Team Android in the house. I know, right? Love it. So if you guys have questions, I will stay on. Otherwise, that's what I have for you today for branding. Okay, guys, just remember that, again, your brand, just to kind of recap, your brand is who you are. It's not like anything external. It's who you are that on the inside that you bring out externally. Okay. So it's helpful. It was helpful to me to kind of look back at some of my pictures in the past because I wasn't really like, I'm like, well, I don't know. I like this or I like all sorts of things, or I like all different colors, or I like all different fonts, or I like, all different styles. But it helped to go back through some of my old posts and just kind of look at my style and how, the colors that I chose and things like that. And I'm very much a bright, light, love hot pink, glitter, gold type of girl. And so I make sure that my personality reflects that, right? Because that's who I am. And I make sure that my pictures reflect that. And so it helped me to make a list. There are personality tests, there are branding quizzes, there are branding tests out there. I've taken a couple, and it just kind of helps solidify what who I am and who I know that I am. But it helps also to take a list and just start writing, like colors you love, your favorite color, and don't think about it. Just like, who is it and who are you? And then you just got to step into that very authentically and very proudly. Can you post this doc in the Push Mastermind? Yes. Yep, I'll post this. Love the photos and brightness. It makes things look good. Thank you. Where can we take a branding quiz? I will post the one that I took, and I'll post it in the same post as this this PDF that I am sharing with you guys. I will post it in the same post in the comments or in the thread anyway, so that you can take it. Yeah, you are welcome. You are welcome. All right, guys. Any more questions?